In this video, we're going to talk about the movie The Space Between Us that just hit theaters this weekend. Hey guys, Isaac here to help you get the down and dirty at all things movies. Here, we do movie reviews, both for movies that have just hit the cinemas and for those that have been released on home video. So if you would like a no BS, not fluffy movie review, consider subscribing. The last couple of years have seen a rise in the amount of quality space movies. Interstellar, Gravity, Star Wars Rogue One, The Martian, Passenger, and Star Trek Beyond have all taken us across the galaxy and attempted to capture our imaginations.
It's gonna be so much fun.
The Space Between Us continues this tradition by showing us some unique consequences of space exploration. Warning, minor spoilers ahead. First, let's start off with a story synopsis. Kicking off the movie, we see NASA sending the first human colonist to Mars. On the way, the mission commander, Sarah Elliott, played by Janet Montgomery, discovers she is pregnant. Shortly after arriving on Mars, her baby boy is born, and she dies shortly after delivery. The young boy, Gardner Elliott, is played by Asa Butterfield. You may recognize him from movies such as The Boy in Striped Pajamas, Ender's Game, and Hugo. After his mother dies in the delivery room, the movie fast forwards 16 years. We find a young teenage Gardner doing teenage things, like stealing dune buggies, driving them across Mars, and hacking computer systems where he lives. During this time, NASA and the company that helped build the colony on Mars have decided to keep Gardner's life a secret from the public. As a consequence, Gardner is forced to stay on Mars, where he grows up a very educated young man, since he's always surrounded by scientists.
I guess chivalry's not entirely dead, at least not in Nantucket.
At least not in Nantucket.
Bravo!
During his time on Mars, Gardner has developed a relationship with Tulsa, played by Britt Robinson. The relationship forged with Tulsa, in addition to his adolescent mood swings, along with not ever meeting his father, convinces Gardner he needs to visit Earth and go on a quest to find his dad. Gardner is eventually brought to Earth, breaks out of NASA constraints, meets up with Tulsa, and together they go and try to find his father. As far as teen love story movies go, this was actually pretty good up until this point in the movie. About 2/3 of the way through, we see this really awkward scene of Gardner and Tulsa in the desert. They don't have sex, but it looks like they might or they might not. It does not at all feel organic to the movie, and it definitely shows in the actors' faces during the scene. Besides this though, the two young stars have fairly good chemistry throughout the movie. As the movie progresses, there are a couple of late twists that'll probably surprise you, and I don't want to give it away in case anyone wants to see it. Gardner is eventually sent back to Mars because since he grew up on the red planet, his body cannot handle the gravity of Earth, and it takes a toll on his heart and bones.
Loss. His heart's too big for Earth.
No matter how much I want Earth, Earth doesn't want me.
He's running out of time.
You have to go back.
Needless to say, the movie has a decent ending and wraps up everything pretty nicely. Now that you know what the movie's about, let's talk about some of the technical stuff that makes us enjoy the movies. While Asa Butterfield and Britt Robertson are decent enough actors for the flick, they get overshadowed by Gary Oldman. Even though he's not the main actor, he gets a ton of screen time, and just the fact that he's such a great actor kind of puts the others in the movie to shame. Another noteworthy performance in the movie, though, is from Carla Gugino. Gugino plays astronaut Kendra Windham, the mother figure for Gardner as he grows up on Mars. For the most part, the camera work is pretty good. The director chooses to have many of the shots on a crane or a slider or on a moving object, with few shots being stationary on a tripod, helping give some life into what would have been a dull moment in the movie. Director Peter Chelsom does a fairly good job of showing us expansive landscapes, making Earth feel lifelike, space desolate, and Mars a harsh environment when needed. The Space Between Us is one of those rare movies that has a great mixture of lyrical and instrumental music, and the best part is all of that music fits in where it is placed. The music, combined with the camera work and good acting, helps give the sense that there is real peril involved for the characters. Now, while everything I've said about this movie makes it sound pretty good, the truth is, after that awkward love scene I was telling you about, it kind of fizzles out. The pace of the movie slows down considerably, and near the end of the movie, I found myself checking my watch to see how much time had elapsed to when the movie had started. If nothing else, I think one thing that everyone will enjoy is the thought-provoking subject of the movie. The issues of babies born in space, raised on a separate planet, the right to visit Earth, getting to know a parent, are all ethical and moral issues that I think everyone will grapple with in the beginning of the flick.
I want to go to Earth.
He's being denied connection.
His heart can't handle our gravity. It's too risky.
It's worth it.
Should you see it in theaters? Yes and no. It's probably worth the price of a matinee. The images shown on screen in the first half makes it an enjoyable experience to see it on a large screen format. But the last half is kind of... Personally, I'm glad I saw it on the big screen, but I can't for sure tell you should go see it though.
I have to go back.
I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't feel water. I couldn't feel a fire. I couldn't feel wind on my face. And now I can.
Tulsa, what's your favorite thing about Earth?
You are Gardner.
That's all for this edition. Thanks for checking out this video, and if you want to see more just like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right corner of your screen. We're here to give you the latest scoop on all things movies. Until next time.